Hi, I'm Peter and this is Merlin. We've had a lot of requests since our last video with Mads, where we demonstrated how he used his Merlin for a little bit more technical, in-depth explaining on how things work, how you load it up, and what kind of technical details we have. So today we'll extract an industrial hemp. This is a strain called Finola. It has about 1% of CBD in it. It has a decent smell and it actually has a lot of seeds in it. So you wouldn't use this for anything else except extraction, but this makes a really nice CBD oil, and it's organic, so you can make a really nice oil primarily for oral use. So to get things started, we need to load the herbs we want to extract into the tube for the machine. And as an accessory for the machine, we have this holder for the tube, and then we have the tube itself. And in the bottom of the tube, you'll see this small steel ball, and that acts as a one-way valve, so it won't drip once we're done. Then we'll add a rough filter for the bottom here, and add one of the small paper filters. And now we're ready to fill this up. This is also an accessory. It's a really smart dual function funnel. It works both as a funnel for your hemp, but also once you need to fill this up with the alcohol, but we'll show that in a little while. So just add that here. And this dual function piston, it works as a piston and also as a scraper when you need to remove your used material. And I'll just pour this in here and do my best not to spill. And compress this a little bit. Just use a little bit of force, you don't need to push excessively. And just top it off. And we've simply blended this in a small blender, and you can see that here, how that looks. Then remove the funnel and add a similar filter on top here. And this will also keep all the herbs in place, so you can actually move this around. And now this is ready to be extracted. And to get things running, we'll need to add some power to the machine, and you simply plug it in here. And as you can see, today we'll be using the physical interface. And when you plug it in, it'll take a little bit over a minute before this stops flashing, and then it will be ready to go. We also have the option of using app control, but today we'll simply be using the standalone interface. We have an app here. It's both for Android and iOS, but we really prefer devices you can just take out of the cupboard and use and don't have to appify everything. Okay, so next stage is loading this into the extractor here. Close it up here, close the latch. And over here we have the tank, and the tank contains the alcohol used in the extraction. And we use a process we call flow extraction, whereby we push the alcohol through the canister here. And we can, with a very minimal amount of alcohol, extract almost all of the cannabinoids and the full spectrum of terpenes from the cannabis or hemp. For alcohol, you can use either 96% ethanol or 99% isopropanol. We definitely prefer isopropanol because it'll give you a lower extraction amount of chlorophyll and other foul-tasting pigments, and it also gives you a really nice golden extract. And it's very widely available. And we also have it available in medicinal grade here. So the funnel here that also fits into the tank, you can simply set that here, and it even keeps the lid open. And I already filled up the tank, but otherwise just pour in some alcohol and you're good to go. So the last part, once the alcohol moves through the canister and extracts all the cannabinoids and terpenes, it'll be moved into the distiller here. And the distiller is a chamber that collects all of the alcohol and cannabinoids and then reduces the pressure to around 150 millibars, making the alcohol boil at around 40 degrees Celsius, and for you US persons, 104 Fahrenheit. And that makes sure that you don't lose a lot of terpenes and keeps everything nice and cool. And you add one of the glass here, and you can see there are some small beads here. And the beads will prevent bumping and like violent bumping during distillation and make everything distill smoother. So in the end, it'll give you simply a better extract. replace the glass and close the elevator ring here. And now we're actually good to go. So a few details before we start it up. The insides of the device here, it's been smoothed out, and that means that all of the oil, it won't stick to the sides. It will simply run down into the glass, making it very easy to clean. And the extraction tube here, you can just take that out and wash it with a little warm water, and then it's clean. And it even has a cleaning program, so you can, just run pure alcohol through the whole system, and it's clean again. The physical interface here, we have 3 buttons, and when they're illuminated, it means you can do something with them. Select here, that selects the program. We have 4 programs built in. You can change these if you want. Play gets things started, and pause obviously pauses things. The first program, that's a full extraction. That'll extract the cannabinoids from your hemp or cannabis and distill all the alcohol away, and also remove any residual traces of alcohol, so you get a completely pure and nice smelling oil. The second program, that's a decarboxylation program. Because we distill at such a low temperature, it will come out in its raw form. So if you use a CBD strain, you'll get CBDA, and THC strain, you'll get THCA. And if you intend to use these for an oral consumption, like an oral oil, like in this form here, you'll need to decarboxylate it, otherwise it's not very active. And that's what this program does. It simply heats it up and makes sure it's active. If you want to use it in an e-cigarette, like this, you don't need to decarboxylate it, you can just use the oil directly in it. The third program here, will just heat the oil to like 50-60 degrees, and then it makes it really easy to transfer into e-cigarettes or mix up with olive oil if you want to use it for oral consumption. And the fourth program, that's simply a distillation program. So if you have a little bit excess alcohol with cannabinoids in it and want to vacuum distill the alcohol away, you simply add that here and run the distillation program, and it distills it off and of course recycles the alcohol so you can use it again. So to get things started, we're doing a full extract. We'll just start it up today, and you just press play, and now it's ready. So the first 2 minutes will be spent on self-testing, because you don't want to ruin any kind of precious material you put in here. Let's say you forgot to add like a glass or did something wrong. It's not going to start soaking your cannabis material until it's completely certain that everything is set up correctly. So it takes about 2 minutes before it really gets started. And for our next video, we'll do a video where you can see the whole process from start to finish, including all the small details when the alcohol runs into the glass, how the distillation looks, and also how the final oil, how that actually comes out. So until next time, bye bye.